Hey, welcome back to our week 1 meal prep to fight inflammation, cut your belly fat, and get you a plan to stick with this week. We're doing lunch and we're doing some turkey meatloaf. So in the pan, or in the bowl, I should say, so far, I have 2 containers of hormone and antibiotic free ground turkey. So basically, you're like, what does that mean? It's 2 pounds or 2 containers of fresh ground turkey, not frozen.
Not frozen. Whoa. Then we're going to do 1 cup of, here we have gluten-free Italian breadcrumbs.
You could also use oats.
I was just going to say that.
Blended up oats.
Yeah, you can also use the oats that we did for the pancakes as well as in your turkey meatballs.
Save money. Just buy those oats in bulk.
I just blend up my whole bag of oats and use it for everything, pretty much. And then we have 1 whole onion that made me cry.
She's still crying.
I'm still crying. And then 2 celery stalks.
All
Is that what they're called?
Celery, yes.
Celery stalk.
Celery stalk.
And you just want to chop that all up and put it in the bowl.
So we're kind of doing dry ingredients. So we've got onion, we've got celery, we've got our gluten-free breadcrumbs, and then let's also do the seasoning, yeah?
And so the seasoning that we have fresh ground pepper, Himalayan sea salt, and then we have cumin and thyme.
Fresh thyme, cumin, pepper, salt.
Cumin.
Gives it a little smokiness.
So we're going to add that in there and stir it up. And then we have some egg whites. The egg whites kind of help bind the meatloaf together. And here we have 3 egg whites. We're just going to cheat and do all egg whites instead of wasting a yolk. And here we're doing a 1/2 cup of egg whites, which equals 3 large egg whites.
So the egg whites are going to be what's going to bind it all together.
So when the eggs...
So we just added 2 teaspoons of mustard.
Just plain yellow mustard. Sometimes I use ketchup, but we're trying to keep the sugars a little bit lower. So we are going to use mustard instead because mustard has less sugar.
Oops. I also told Julie to add a splash more of the egg whites. So if you feel like it's not moist enough, like it should feel like a good moist consistency mixing it together. It shouldn't be super dry because then it's not going to bake like a meatloaf.
Yeah.
So I had her give me a splash more of egg whites.
If you want, you can use a whole egg along with your egg whites just to give it a little bit more of that moisture feeling. It's up to you.
It's actually a good idea. Yeah. Maybe do like 1 whole egg.
1 whole egg and like 2 or 3 egg whites.
See, that's the benefit to watching these meal prep videos is we give you the tips that the recipes don't have.
Sometimes you just gotta play with the recipe. That's what I do.
Okay, so now that this is all combined, this is 2 pounds of ground turkey. We're using 1 muffin tin that is sprayed with coconut oil spray, or you could use the olive oil spray. And we're just gonna fill it up with the raw meat, and then we're gonna bake it on 350 for about, is it 25 minutes? 20 minutes, and then it'll pop right out, and then it's 2 per serving. So this is 6 days worth. So again, if you're making this for family, you could double your recipe, and you could have a double batch, but it'll be 2 meat muffins with your lunch. So here we go.
And you're gonna have to dig in and get dirty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to dig in?
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna be pretty.
Do we want kind of them like a little? Yeah, perfect. So we're not obviously using a scale, and this is our way to measure without having to use a food scale. I think that one might have been a little big.
1 muffin tin is probably about 2 to 3 ounces of meat.
So a good size for lunch is about your 4 to 5 ounces of protein. Remember, this is going to have a little carbs with this, so don't feel like you're deprived because you got those breadcrumbs that are in there. Again, helping kind of bind it together for a little meatloaf. And we're just going to keep putting this together, and then we're going to throw this baby in the oven.